and welcome back to another video. Abadi right back here, and we are still in Albreda, right?
Albreda.
Albreda, yes, Albreda. And you can see on my right side we have our uncle right now here, who have a lot of good things to say about what they are doing right now here in the Gambia. And I would say he was in the UK doing a lot of good things there, and then he is back home doing even better. So I'm not gonna talk too much in this video. I'm just gonna hand over to Lucky Child, and Lucky Child will now hand it over to our uncle right here.
Yeah, man, greetings once again, forward always. As we always said, we represent the color red, white, blue, white, green. For the Gambia, our homeland, we stand to work and pray that all may live in big unity, freedom, peace each and every day. Let justice guide and drive our actions. And simply the way, day to day, what we got for you, we got amusing video, beautiful video, nice video. As we always said, we cover the best out of the rest. In the Gambia, we lead and others follow. So before we go further, I would love to extend my greetings to my lovely ones, to my subscribers, and to my followers out there in England, Finland, Netherlands, Holland, Norway, Germany, Sweden, Guinea-Bissau, Guinea-Conakry, Ghana, Congo, and I can't forget to all of my people who view us in Buckingham Palace, in White House there in America. I can't forget to all of my people in Chicago there in America. And so simply the way Mr. Diba is here, he was a lecturer in the UK. Day to day is in the Gambia, teacher in UK, and day to day is here in the Gambia doing amusing wonders and farming in the Gambia, mixed farming, and then day to day he will let us know his full biography and why he get to agriculture. And then they used to train a lot of youngsters also who are growing up who want to do agriculture, and they train them. After the training, they give them something to start up. So before I let you know everything, he is here. He is the right guy to tell you everything. So intro yourself to the four corner of the world. As you're standing right now, the four corner of the world is viewing you. So you can intro yourself to the four corner of the world.
Well, thank you very much. Lucky Child.
Lucky Child.
Is it Lucky?
Yeah, Lucky.
Very good. He used to be with my son.
Yes.
And you see, they have been doing a lot of music around.
Yeah, we'll be doing music.
So it's a pleasure having you on this ground. And as he rightly said, well, by profession, I'm a teacher. I have been teaching in this country for quite a long time. I have headed many schools as well. I also read outside. I read in Freetown, and I also taught in Freetown. I have also been principal of different types of schools in this country, and the Ministry of Education definitely did very well for me. They really supported all my training programs in Freetown and in the UK twice, and that's a great achievement. As you rightly said, I am a teacher. I have traveled, I have taught. In all the countries I have been to, I have taught. I have taught in Freetown, I have taught in the UK. When I finished my program, I also came and continued to work in the Ministry of Education, head office, as acting principal education officer for 2 years, responsible for all technical departments in the country. I worked on the science and technology. I have retired, of course, and now I have come back home here to do something that can encourage people of different walks of life. It is not only your main job that you can rely on. You can always come back to the land and show people that at least you can share your experiences with the communities, particularly if you come from the rural area. I am a citizen of Albreda and have been a farmer all along, since my childhood. So I have come back to embark on this project so that, you see, if you come from a family and you love your family, if you work and have some exposure and experience, you must come to share with the family and make sure that you create something that can unite your family, that can also make them feel that, you see, they have been brought up properly by yourself and your other family members, and unite them. The purpose of this project is simply to encourage others and also my family members to be able to have employable opportunities. I believe in grow what you eat,
And grow what you eat.
okay,
Yeah.
or eat what you grow. That was why we said, we have to do something for the family. And you see, this project is named after my dear wife, Salimatu Bahdiba, whom I lost 4 years ago.
Sorry.
So when we came back, I said, what can we make? After she has left, she has got children. My other wives also have got children. What can now unify them? It's for the father to stand right forward and say, come together, work on something that can unite you together. No rivalry tomorrow. So this project is intended to unify the family. And if some of them leave school, by the time they go to what they want to do, they can always come on the farm to work and earn a living. It is better than not doing anything and sitting down at home. So all my children have been socialized. They come, they take part in the different type of work activities that I do here, and we share whatever we have. And we have risen to a level where I think we have got something great. You see, we have a board of governors. It is a charitable organization. It is a registered organization. And now we can operate and do many things in this community and many things also for the family. I have got workers, about 3 or 4 of them are now working, and this small project is also helping them to keep their families. So you see, that is what this world should be. You must be creative, and you must try to open up channels where people who live around you can say, I am going to copy what Mr. Diba has done and do better than what he has. And we rose to a level where Mr. Jallo will definitely say a lot about that. You see, we have gone to a level where we have decided to open our arms, and luckily we have been working with is it GAIPA office?
World Trade Center.
Sorry, we have been working with the World Trade Center to train students in broiler production. And you see, that has brought a lot of dividend. We were able to identify trainers who went to be trained, to be able to train those, people, whoever needs such a training program. And we were lucky to train 10 students on this ground for 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
And they had their package, which was a fairly very good package. And then they have started working today on their own. So it is a charitable organization. And what we have here need people to come and support our efforts where we started, you see. So it has been, you see, a long story. About 3 years ago, you can see this building, about, I think, 35 meters by 7.5 meters. It was constructed about 3 years ago. You see, we have 2 apartments, and I think this can house thousands and thousands of birds. So on that note, I think I will hand over to Mr. Jallo, who has been also working with us. In fact, a board member, we have our board members who normally come to see what we are doing here. And we hold meetings and follow the protocol of setting up board members and work to expectation. So we have grown to a level where now I think what we need is support and looking forward to strengthen, whatever we have started to encourage others.
Somebody or someone maybe in here or out there, maybe they would need a joining hand or a joint business with you guys here. So are you ready for that? Because I know people, they will be in haste to call you to ask you for it.
Yeah, that is why we are saying, we welcome, you very much to the project, because this can sell out whatever information we have to, we expect to say to anybody. We would, of course, encourage that a lot because it was through partnership that we were able to have, you see, that relationship, healthy relationship with, as Mr. Jallo has said, the UN.
So you were saying there was a package that was given to your trainees.
Yes.
What kind of package is that?
Mr. Jallo will speak more about that.
Okay.
Yes, if he comes. I don't want to say everything because he has been trained. He's the trainer,
Okay.
and he's a stakeholder.
I see.
So I leave that part to him.
So you can intro yourself and then
Okay.
to the four corner of the world.
Okay.
You would get this?
It's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
My name is Esa Jalo. I'm originally from Kuntaya in the North Bank, that is within this region, and a specialist in agriculture. That's what I studied at the Gambia College, and that's what I also studied at the University of the Gambia, alongside with geography. So it's like I have spent all my life also doing agriculture. As I'm from a farming community, grow up in a farming community, and go to school and read agriculture up to highest level. So obviously, I'm an agriculturist naturally.
Naturally.
So as he said, this farm was privileged to benefit from a project that was given to this farm by World Trade Center in partnership with NACA, that is the National Association Credit Association, that is responsible for crediting higher institutions in this country. And the project was meant to train young people in poultry management, and more especially broilers, because for broilers you spend few days and you generate a lot of income. And they wanted young people to venture into this business and make money and become very productive. So the farm was able to win this project from them, and 10 students were identified from different districts within this region. As far as Jokadu, I think we had 2 people from Jokadu, and then the rest were from this Nyomi area. And fortunately, we have 2 of the beneficiaries who are here, that is Alaji and Kadi are here. And the project, it was a 45-day training, and the training was on-the-job training. Because many times in this country, projects will come, people will meet at hotels and restaurants, and talk about things theoretically, and that's where it ends. Sometimes you get to the farm, you give in these birds, you start seeing something different that you don't even know how to manage it. So we deem it necessary that henceforth training should be on the job. As far as it is poultry management, let's have the birds on the ground. Let the young people come and then we train them on these birds. Whatever they see on this bird, actually when they get back, these are the same things that they will see on those birds in their farms. And that's why we are giving birds. I think we had 600 birds we are given to us. They do feed and their vaccines and medication. Then the 10 students started. It's like as they reported to start, the birds were also brought in. So from day one. So it's like they learn how to receive the birds. Before even they receive the bird, there are a lot of things that need to be done. It's like you preparing for a bride. So you prepare properly, they are trained how to prepare for the birds. And when they arrive, how do you take care of them until the time they land into the first room that they are going to reside in, what we call the brooding house. So it's like these 10 people learn on these birds for 45 days.
45 days.
Yes. And we can be very proud today to put our hands up that these 10 people that are trained, they can serve as trainers at any corner of this country. And they are not going to give this old modern or old fashion of rearing poultry birds, but we taught them the best and the modern that you can practice any part of this world today. And there are a lot of people today who are relying on them. So that was one part of the package. The farm was giving birds with all the feed, the vaccine, the medication, and these 10 students were learning on the birds. And those birds, they belong to the farm at the end of the day. These 10 people, after the 45 days, each of them were given 200 birds.
Oh.
And these 200 birds, they came along with their feed, with their vaccines and medication. And then they are also transported to their different destinations to make sure that they don't have a problem of getting the birds to their places. And now what they've learned after the 45 days, we just expect them to practice it on those 200 birds, and that's a startup capital. Today, the guy that just left before you came, Alaji, who lives just next to this village here, Mbanta, has just 500 birds in his house. And before the training, he was only having less than 100 bars. But after the training, he was given 200. Today, he's housing 500. And he's just telling me today he want to expand. And not only that, when he had those 200 bars, he called me one day. They are mature, I cannot sell them. What do you think should be done? We don't only train them and abandon them. We still follow them. Because we believe this farm can be a resource center where not only North Bank, but this whole country can rely on to come and tap the resources that are here. That is the knowledge that they can get here to be one of the best poultry farmers in this country. Alaji today is helping his community. He has gathered all the women, and we've contacted the Young Farmers Association of the Gambia, the poultry farmers. They came to see his farm through our connection to that. They bought all his birds, and today they are even financing the women in that community. They've already put up a poultry farm for them, and the first 100 birds that they gave them, at the end of the day, they gave it to them free. So today is like the community has a poultry farm, Alaji has a poultry farm. And where did he get all this? He got it from this farm here, Sally and Family Farm. These guys today, there is nothing that you will tell them on broiler management. From the management in the poultry, to the transportation, to the biosecurity, to the processing, to the last consumer when you put it on your table, they can do it.
And marketing.
Because when we train in here, we don't only train you half and half. We train you from the first to the last. You are not only trained how to manage the birds, but you even train how to process them, where you even train how to package them. And when package them, we have also discussed with them what best marketing channels they can use for their products to reach their consumers. So these were the benefits. Not only they were given the birds, but they are also given all the materials that the birds will need. They were given drinkers, they were given feeders, they were given medication, they were given detergents, anything that is needed in the poultry farm in terms of materials during the production period is given to them to support these 200 birds. Because what the project wanted was, let them not spend a dollar C. So that at the end of the day, when they sell the 200 birds, times it by 300, that's more than 60,000. You can invest the 30,000 again, and you become a commercial farmer. And with time, they will also keep on employing youths, and the process continue and continue. So this is the project that we just completed, and we have not left them. We're still making a follow-up, encouraging them to continue, and we're also telling them to keep on encouraging the other young people. Because this country, these birds that we are consuming, there is something that I think this country needs to know. These birds we importing, you and I don't know what type of vaccines that they have consumed. We don't know what medication that they have given them. But the birds we are rearing here, we know the medication we given them. We know the vaccines we given them. To me, even I'm not a fan of vaccine. I'm telling young people out there who are into poultry management, you don't even need to spend more money on vaccines and medication. First priority should be your biosecurity. Don't allow anyone into your farm. Close all doors and put them on padlock. You will not spend a dollar on medication because your birds will not get sick. Do you take tablets or medication when you are healthy? You only take it when you are sick. Why vaccinating birds and medicating them when they are healthy? Huh? So it doesn't make any sense. But the best thing is make sure your farm is protected. But Gambia, we have this Maslaha syndrome. A young people will start a poultry farm. Others will come, oh, I heard you started. Can I see? You open the doors, that's the end of that poultry farm. Tell them no. Put your farm on the padlocks. If you do that, you spend less and your birds will be free from problem. And you become productive and you continue having more income. So generally, this is the project. But apart from that, there are a lot of other things that the farm does. There are other animals around where the farm will not only want to engage in poultry production, but this is a tourism center. With time, maybe people who come around here. There are birds in this country that we've just been seeing on TV or you see them on textbooks. You have a lot of them there. I believe if you move around, you will see them. So I believe people will be interested to come in and then see them, put in a token where the farm can generate income. Yeah.
So we can move, huh?
All right.
Yeah. So we will move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So this one,
this is a cocoa.
yeah, we have cocoa and palm. Yeah, dwarf cocoa and
The dwarf palm.
the palm, dwarf palm.
Okay.
We also have mangoes, we have oranges, we have guava. It's like it's a mixed farm sort of, where you have both crops and animals together. Huh? Yeah. Which one? These ones are rooms for the different animals that we have here. We want to house them properly. Yeah, because we don't want to make the place so open where they move around without protection. So we want to house them properly. Yeah, that's what we building this for. You can see this is not a proper way of housing them. We want at least everything here to be up to standard, where the birds feel comfortable. We also have high regard for animal rights, yeah, as it is a very key issue in farms today. Yeah, despite the fact that they are farm animals, but they also have some an amount of rights that we need to protect. Yeah. Yeah, we have one here, that's an ostrich. Yeah, we had two of them, but unfortunately, I think it is the female that died, huh?
Go in there.
Yeah, we will. It is the female that died, and now we left with the male.
Yeah, I saw it in the video. I think you can also see.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Whoa!
And it's a young one, not yet a matured one.
So this
How
is
many
not all-
how many ostrich? How many people in this country will want to come here and see
This
this?
is the first time seeing it.
So you can see, if you are told it is here, will you not be ready to put in a $5 and come in and see it?
Seriously.
Yes.
Yeah, when it grows bigger.
Uh-huh.
How old is it?
Is it up to a year?
Maybe more than a year. But it's a young one. And it can live up to 80 years.
How many years?
80.
80.
80.
It's a very strong animal,
Yeah.
very resistant.
So do you have any plans of bringing another one like a female
Yes,
one?
yes,
so
of
that
course.
Yeah, there are plans.
That's on our
Yeah.
plan now.
Okay. Okay. I see.
Because once there are two, production can continue.
So what about these buildings here?
Yeah, that's what I just told your colleague. We're building them to house these animals properly.
Okay.
Because as you can see, they are together, not up to standard. You want whatever is to be here, let it be in the form of a very standard form.
Rooms rather, so that you separate them. And then be able to take proper care of them.
These are dogs. See, these are also sheep. Yeah. These are different. They are different from the
They are
local.
not the usual dogs.
No,
that
not
we
the
normally
local,
have.
not the
These are those
local,
other
not the
other
local
ones over there.
ones. No, not the local ones. Like normally, those are the type we have here.
Oh yes.
Yeah, they're
This
different.
one has a different.
Yeah, and even with this one.
Different species.
And where are they from?
Some from Senegal, some
Okay.
from around.
Okay. Good. This one is a big one.
Yeah,
That one seems to be a male, right?
yeah, that's the female.
This one is a female.
Okay.
That one also is a male.
Okay. But have they started reproducing?
Not they are laying eggs. That's have started laying eggs. Yeah. They have not been here for so long.
And this one's are Turkish.
Yes.
You see, that one has started.
Ah.
Yeah, you can see.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
the younger one.
Yeah.
So you
I can
see.
see. Yeah.
So these are rooms to be able to separate them. So that each species will have its own room.
We have that very.
To make them be more happy. And this is what we do for them. Give them food, give them water.
Okay.
We also have those type of poultry birds here we call Barman. Those are the ones you see having hairs on even, but they are crossbreeded. Yeah, and you can
Those are the ones with the
you have a lot of feathers even on their feet. Yeah, you can see them.
So what about the one inside there?
Yeah, those are blue birds. You have them, the male and the female.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, for them looking at their nature, that's why they are enclosed, not with the other animals. If not, they might destroy. You can see even a part of the tail there is already broken. You can see that. They need a bigger space where they'll be very free. They're very beautiful birds.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You have a male and a female.
Definitely.
Wow.
I think we can get to the old. These are very old layers
All layers.
that we had here, but we're trying to dispose them
Kind.
as they've been there for so long now.
Yeah, for 2 years now. They have been laying eggs.
These ones are layers.
Yes. Yeah, layers.
But normally, that's not an international recommended living for 2 years birds layer. There's no need them to capture that. We can get to the new layers. These are old layers, so we wouldn't want them to be part of whatever is to be. Yes. They're out of the standard that is required. Yeah. Okay. So these are layers, cock layers, cock layers. Yeah, cock layers. Yeah. So
It's like you have small ones as well.
yes, that's where I want us to. Yeah, that's the one us. Feel chabi mu ube ko. Yeah, we remove shoes. No, kumunta sol yu mun nga def tankine. Waaw, kumunta sol dale mun nga def tankine. So we can come in. You can get your shoes off. Maybe you can wear this. Actually, you can also wear this. There is another one. Come in. Wear that. Yes, these are broilers. What we call, there are different types of broilers. This is COP 500. COP 500. And in this room that they are in, we normally call this a brooder house. This is the house that you normally put the chicks from day 1 to 7 days. During that period, they need special care. It's not only water and food that makes them grow, but ventilation plays a part. Okay? The cleanliness that you give to them plays a part. You also make sure that every day you check their weight. That's why you can see the scale there. On daily basis, we check their weight. That as every day that the bird survives, there is a specific weight, a standard one that the bird is supposed to have. In the event the bird doesn't have, it means something is wrong somewhere. This is the most critical point of rearing broilers. Within the first 7 days, if the birds have underweight, these birds don't recover, means you have already lost. It's like if you are giving them 1 kilo and then after 7 days you realize that they don't have a good weight, you say, now let me make it 8 kilos, you're just wasting your feed. They don't recover. But in the case of the layers, if they have a problem, they can recover. Yeah. So within these 7 days, you have to provide them heat. As you have denied these chicks from the parent, you've denied these chicks from a parent that would have used its feathers to cover them and give them heat. Now it's like you are going to be the parent, but you cannot come and use your hands and do that. So what you do is you provide fire, and in that we use a giant coal pot. A coal pot. You can see a lot of charcoal there and a coal pot. We light it here, put fire there, then you see the chicks will move around it and they feel warm. If it is very hot, you see they will move away from it and come close to this. If it is very cold, you see they will be coming on it next to each other. So these birds, if you are rearing them, they always talk to you in the form of signs. Whatever they do, like this noise that they are making means there is something happening that they are not comfortable with. That's why they're making this noise. If something should fall here right now, they change noise again. See how they are very attentive. So in this room, we make sure they are well taken care of before we finally remove this and then just do a demarcation and put a bedding on the floor, because you don't put them on this direct floor. These materials are called bedding materials. We normally use wood saving or sawdust. This is wood saving, which we spread at least some inches, then we place the birds on it. But within the 7 days, we don't place them directly. You see that newspaper? Normally farmers in the Gambia don't practice this. But I think, like as you said, people around the world will be watching this. I'll encourage young farmers in this country, whenever they want to engage, especially when it comes to broiler production, let them make sure that the first 7 days, they do their utmost best to make sure the bird are given maximum care. After the 7 days, that's the time you even determine whether you're going to make a profit or a loss. These birds are very young and they can easily be attacked by a disease. So you cannot come and place them on this. They cannot identify feed and wood saving or sawdust. So what we do when we place the sawdust, we take newspaper and place it everywhere. Then we place them on the newspaper. So it's like you save them from that hard object that they could have get contact with or even get a problem. We don't only stop there, we take the feed and scatter it on the newspaper and introduce few plates. Why are we doing that? You go to some farms, you see some birds are big, others are very small. Because the food distribution was not done properly. If you put it on these plates, those that access the plate will grow. How about the ones that are not accessing the plates? But if you scatter the food on the newspaper, every bird will access food. Even under your feet there is feed. So every bird will eat. At the end they all grow uniformly. And you don't have a problem of this bird is big and this bird is small. So it's like here, these people you've seen here, this is what they were taught. And these are practices that if you go to many farms today, you don't find it there. And visit some poultry farms. As you are entering the farms, you see water there. They tell you food bath. You put your food inside it before you enter the poultry farm. We're telling these young people that will train never to try it. There you are creating a problem that you cannot even handle. Because the shoe, below your shoe, is rough. So what is there, just putting your shoe in that water will not remove it. You have even make that bacteria more active or those serious organisms more active. And then you carry them into the farm. The best thing that they can do, let them not do food bath. What they should do is change shoe. And in that water that they use as food bath, they buy chemicals and put it there every day. Are they not spending more money? How about you buy a slippers? How much does this cost you? And you buy it once. How many years is it going to serve you in this room? How about the chemicals you put in that water every day for people to put in their shoes before entering your farm? Are you not losing money? So those who are fortunate to watch this, let them not use food bath, but in their poultry farms, let them be doing what we call change of shoe. And make sure that biosecurity, I emphasize again, should be number one. If you see you feeding the birds, they are alive. If you see you giving them water, they are alive. Do the protection at the entrance, and then you are safe with your birds.
How many months do you think they can be?
This one is just 7 days. Okay. Normally, in the Gambia, most poultry farmers rear their birds up to 45 days. But here on this farm, we advise people, and even the ones we train, we advise them to start selling their birds at the age of 25 days.
25.
It depends on the management. The more you keep these birds, the more feed you give them. The more feed you give them, the less profit you have. And the essence of the business is to make money.
To make profit.
So why giving them your profit? It's like give $1 minus 1 plus 1. You will continue doing it, but you will never become the farmer you want to be. So the shorter they spend with you, the better for you. But that can only come true when there is proper management. And the best management is you take care of them the first 7 days. For 7 days, 25 days, your birds are almost 2 kilos. Start selling them. Before 35 days, you're done with them, a new batch comes in. And that is why when our young people out there say there is no job in this country, I used to tell people they are the biggest jokers that we can ever have. There are 1,001 jobs. It doesn't take you 10 good days to be a modern poultry farmer. So what next? This farm here, we need experts to come and join, help him manage. He even find it difficult. Sometimes we have to train people, young people, how to do this job. After 1 month, 2 months, it's because, sorry to say, we have a lot of lazy young people in this country. You will no longer see them again. We cannot all have white-collar jobs. The blue-collar jobs can pay the white-collar jobs. And I believe the young people can venture into this. And it's better for you and I so that we know the birds we are consuming and what actually they are given at the end of the day. Okay?
Yeah. That was a beautiful one.
Yes.
Again.
What's that?
Say it again. You say so in this room. Say it
Okay. In this room, This is where we normally conduct our trainings, and as you can see, we also trying to furnish the inner part to be an office where whatever we have documentation is also our concern here, because if records are not properly kept, most of the time you find it difficult to know whether you are making successes or you are failing. So it's only through those records that you can gauge yourself at the end of the day to know how far you've gone. So in this room, this is where we've conducted the last training we had in partnership with the World Trade Center for those 10 students that we've graduated, and we've taught them whatever we think is necessary for them to know when it comes to poultry management. And it is in this room where we discussed theoretically, and then from there they wear their uniforms, they wear their boots, we go and meet the chicks, the 600 chicks, and practice whatever we learn in this room, each and every one of them, so that at the end of the day they will not only be poultry farmers by word of mouth, but real poultry farmers on the job. And when we had the training until we are done, we also need to have this is a recap, and we prepared this and said, any one of you that even is called upon within this region to go and conduct a training program for young people who want to involve themselves into poultry production, you should be ready to do so, because we know what we have put in you. You can come over here and carry this beautiful document that is prepared.
So
As you can see, yes, but normally not students from that are going to schools right now. These are students that the farm will identify in terms of like if there's a project for training, because training is expensive. And you get people here, you can't just bring them over without giving them anything, give them stipend, their upkeep, it involves a lot of things. So it's only come in when we have support from other partners who will give us the fund, then we trained. This farm is ready to be a training center, not only for North Bank, but the whole Gambia. And the farm has the personnel to give them that training that they want to have. And we no longer want to train anyone theoretically. Whatever training we're giving you, it is going to be on-the-job training, so that when you live here, you will not be a novice in what you're doing. And I think it's high time this country start going into that.
So, Mr. Diba, we are about to close the video. We don't want to keep this video so long. But what will be your advice to our Gambian diasporas who are out there, our Gambian brothers or African brothers who are out there, they want to invest into agriculture? And what will your last advice for them?
Well, my piece of advice is, let us love to live within our communities. That is what is most important. I come from Albreda, North Bank Division, went to school here, did what I was supposed to do during my time, had my education, and still a farmer. I have never missed farming. It has not also stopped me from achieving, what I want in education. So my advice is, let's go back to where we came from. Yes, and then set up very good examples that people can follow suit and live a better life in an environment where you came from. So this is Albreda and Juffereh. This is Mr. Diba. I went to school here. I traveled abroad, read and came back, and still the same Mr. Diba. I've served my nation. I'm still serving my nation better as somebody who has put up a project that can train people to live within their own communities. I think if we all do that and support projects of this type, we'll be able to give every citizen of this country a piece of job to be able to live with your family in peace and progress. You will progress and there'll be peace. Peace. So it is a project that is intended to definitely give the youngsters job opportunities. I thank you all very much, and I hope we will have a positive response to support this program and the project. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
we are about to close the video, so the advice is, do it today, me not be well till tomorrow. It make me hail that the sun is still brighter. We hustle every day, bring food for me mother, me baby mother, me son and me daughter, yeah. A little brother, they on the corner they woulda never tag me back pan so they keep me hustling, struggling, just to solve some kind of
This man is a
problems.
problem.
Some things go wrong, so we got to be strong. Cause the night might be long, but the day must come. In the battlefield, where we no grab no gun, so we skills and the talent, so the money can come. You big up in a gun thing, you end up in a misery. Be wise and smart and learn more. Strategy if you make more money if you mom. Daddy Akale, we represent the color red, white, blue, white, green for the Gambia homeland. Subscribe, like it, repatriate to Africa, invest in Africa is motherland, it's our motherland. Africa is belong for the Africans. So stay tuned and focus with Nice Gambia. We are the best, we lead and always follow.